All right, episode 10, season 3, the series finale, Ash versus the Evil Dead, comes to a close, as does my Patreon request from Rebecca Reinhardt. It's been a fun journey covering all of these things for you guys. You can see I got the Necronomicon still up here from my buddy there, so thank you to him for that. I said I would try to display it in every video. I did have it displayed, but you can't really see it. I had it here for a lot of the reviews, but that's it, man. A lot of videos. How many videos? Like 34 fucking videos. So there you go, Bex. You got your money's worth for sure on all of these damn episodes and stuff. But as she said, you stopped doing it for me a while ago. You've just been enjoying yourself. And that's true. I have been. I enjoy all of these. It's not like you guys pick series that I hate and I'm watching like 36 or 34 fucking movies and television episodes that I hate. I wouldn't do that. I'd be like, no, pick something else. I hate that shit. I ain't doing it. All right, so episode 10, the series finale, the last time we'll probably ever see Ashley Williams on screen again, which is a shame, outside of maybe a video game. But we'll see what happens there. All right, so Ash and Brandy bonding here. I really bought into their relationship. I talked about how much I liked her in the beginning, or in the last episode, and how she's really kind of grown on me throughout the episodes. But her and Ash's bonding in this is adorable, and I love it. I love seeing Ash have a daughter, and Kelly and Pablo like best friends, and actually having a family, because everything was taken from him in the first, and then now he's kind of finally, after all this war, has gotten them all back. Kandar, the Destroyer, to see Kandar actually become a creature and for it to be Godzilla size is awesome. As I said, it reminded me of something like out of Peter Jackson's Brain Dead. So cool. I love the look of it. The whole world is under siege. We kind of already talked about that. Ash freaks out about being the savior. He's like, I never asked for any of this shit. He's having his moment. And man, boom. Brandy actually says the words Evil Dead in here, which I'm not positive. I'm sure it is said somewhere else in the franchise. I'm sure it is. Probably many, many times, but I thought it was cool to hear it here. And then even Ash he cries in this moment. It's not Ash, but it's like his last moment. Brandy snaps him out of it. And then Ash tries to send Brandy away, but she has convinced him otherwise. Like, no, I am not leaving. And Deadites just don't want Pablo. They're just like not having him. And Kandar is 600 feet tall. There we go. I forgot how tall he was, but yeah, 600 feet tall. Jesus Christ. And Brandy is given Linda's necklace. I thought that was so cool to see that necklace back from Evil Dead 1 and 2. That stupid little looking glass, magnifying glass, whatever the fuck that stupid thing is. To see it return here, to have the Delta, to have the boomstick, to have the chainsaw, to have all the things that we know from the past, and then that necklace is just another, to see the return of his sister Cheryl, to see, so many cool references, to see Shemps, to see Ted Raimi, to see all these people, and it's just yet another added cool thing is this little freaking necklace. Just as soon as you see it, it's like freaking Han Solo's dice, in The Last Jedi or something. It's just so cool to have those little pieces of like jewelry or some little trinket that harkens back to something you remember so fondly. So love seeing that in here. And Kelly finally is brought back. Brandy and Ash fight together, which is a great sequence. And then Pablo brings back Kelly. And she looks at herself in the mirror and she's like, sees that she's super pale. And is like, what the fuck? I thought she looked so hot like that. Oh my God, I'm pathetic. How crazy in love with this girl I am in this show. It's so sad that I'm never going to get to see Kelly. I'll get to see the actress again and other stuff, but I don't know. I love Kelly so much. It's good. It's like we're breaking up at the end of this show. I feel like we're splitting up. And then the army comes into town. They're going to nuke this thing, and of course it's only going to make it stronger. I guess it's the Incredible Hulk. Any damage you do to it's just going to make it even stronger. Ash goes and says bye to everyone and finally accepts who he is, that what he's going to do, how he's going to take this thing out. He's going to sacrifice himself, says bye to Pablo, Kelly, Brandy, lets him go, closes the door. It's an emotional sequence. You don't see that in this show, but it's fitting for this. Takes a tank, heads it towards Kandar, even though he has no idea how the fuck to drive it or what the hell to do. Thing picks him up. He puts the dagger into the shell, sticks it, shoots it right into its throat, drops him, and then he wakes up years later. However, I don't know how long into the future this is, but there's a robot chick, and holy shit. I know, Kelly's my girl, no doubt about it, but I'm not gonna fucking, not acknowledge how hot this girl is, this robot girl with these perfect fucking cleavage. You're like, who is that? And you're like, oh, that's gonna be Ash's new love interest, I guess. He looks at her and he's like, ha, Jesus. And then, yeah, Ash is in the future, I guess, and the Dark One took over. I guess he didn't stop anything there. And then the perfect ending line. How do you feel? Groovy. I mean, it had to be. I mean, they knew this was probably going to be the end of the show. And yeah, I would have definitely watched the show. Do you think Pablo and them are still alive? How many years into the future is this? They're long gone by this point. I mean, there's robots. Did the Knights of Samaria just have robots all along? They definitely got good taste in who they make robots. Or if that's just a completely synthetic girl, or if she has enhancement upgrades, I don't know. But yeah, I'm curious. This kind of harkens back to the alternate ending of Army of Darkness when he slept too long and he's way too in the future. So it kind of reminds me of that, which is the director's cut, right? It's the bootleg edition. So I don't know if that's what Raimi wanted, and then they went with the S-Smart ending instead, but I guess they finally ended in the future where Army of Darkness was originally supposed to end. But yeah, overall, I honestly, I don't know. I feel like if they knew the show was going to get canceled and ended, they just couldn't kill Ash. They just couldn't do it. And I guess maybe they wanted to set up a video game or potentially a fourth season or whatnot. A season without Kelly and Pablo in them and Brandy, oh, that would be rough. I don't know if I'd want to, of course I'd watch it, but that would be rough. So if they are dead, if it is 100 years in the future, 1,000 years in the future, I don't know. I like to think it's not that far in the future, but another part of me kind of wishes that this would have just ended here. It would have been the good send-off. But at the same time, it's hard to kill Ash, man. You don't want to kill him. He's such a great character, and you always want to bring him back, and you want him to survive everything. And I don't know. I felt weird about it in the end, but overall, ultimately, I do feel like they did the right thing. It's a cool ending. The groovy line is the way you got to end it, and you can't have that if he's dead. He's with some hot cybernetic chick. They've redone up the Delta to be this freaking like Mad Max death race type vehicle. So lots of cool shit going on there. I would love to see. I hope the video game, if they make it, is that. I hope it's the post-apocalyptic Mad Max world. You're Ash. You're out with this hot robot chick. You fucking run into Kelly and Pablo. How cool would that be if the video game actually picked up from there? At least acknowledged Kelly and Pablo, said that they've been dead for years, whatever. Maybe you can watch some videos of them. I don't know. But if they do make a video game, I do hope that it follows this storyline and doesn't go the way of something like Fistful of Boomstick or the Hail to the King or what's the third? Ravage. Oh fuck, Regeneration. Yeah, that's what it is. Where they kind of all just are their own thing. I would love for it to pick up and kind of be canon to this story and go on after. But overall, what a great show. I mean, we're so lucky to have had it. We got a 15-hour long sequel, finally. After so many years, they gave us this amazing thing. Bruce Campbell really brought it. He really brought his A game. They brought in such incredibly likable, lovable characters in Pablo and Kelly and Ruby and eventually Brandy and other characters as well, Ted Raimi's Chet, and there was a lot of great characters. There's so many fantastic, hilarious moments. There's such a high level of gore, creativity, imagination. They really gave it their all. There's a lot of heart in this show, both figuratively and literally. a lot of blood, sweat, and tears yet again. And we're so lucky to have gotten it. 3 seasons. I mean, people are like, oh, it only went 3 seasons. Shit, man, we're lucky to have gotten 1. The fact they even picked it up for a 2nd season, the fact that season 1 even happened, we should be thrilled with. I am, and I'm glad that Rebecca requested this, because this was long overdue. I really needed to watch it all in a row, and I really did need to finally get to season 3. And I'm so glad I did, and I'm so glad that I loved it. And as before, the Evil Dead franchise is still perfect to me. It's still flawless. I've loved every single incarnation of everything. I loved all 30 episodes. I've loved all 4 movies. You know, everything Evil Dead has been fantastic. So if they make another video game, I hope that it's wonderful as well. Of course, I would say hell yes to another movie, but Ash says that he's retired it from live action screen. So I'm sure if they offered him enough money, he would come back. But people torrented the fuck out of this, and so we just can't have nice things because of assholes. So anyway, guys, it's been a blast. I gotta get to bed. It's like 3 in the fucking morning. But that was a fun ride. Thanks to Rebecca. Thanks to all of you guys for whoever joined me through this ride. And yeah, adios.